How are you? Is everybody doing good? Everybody having a good week so far? I am just working away on all kinds of things you don't even know. And been so busy and trying to, I don't know, trying to get things together. But I am on hiatus. So I will say that as a matter of course. Um, just make sure I'm set up here on Rumble. Make sure Rumble's come on here. Everybody here? Is anybody here? Let's see. I don't know if y'all remember me. I'm Steve Gosney. Steve Gosney Show, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, okay. Oh, AJ, you're here. Thank you for leaving the nice rating for my book on Amazon. That was very kind. And it was good to meet you too. MLS God of Law. God of Law. Just sent a copy of your book to it. Probably a well-deserving one-year-old little boy. Anyway, MLS, good to see you. Lily and Wuxie and Kayla. Boy, everybody shows up. And legal-minded friends, Karen Cole from England. Well, I've had a bit, I will say that I think I enjoy writing more than streaming. Isn't that terrible? But I like you guys. So you're on my channel. And Thursday, I'm going to be on another show. Somebody invited me on. They're a relatively new streamer. And I like helping out the new streamers. I like helping everybody out. I like helping people out. And, I sent a copy of your book to Solomon's 1-year-old son. Oh, excellent. That's very nice. I take it you're sending Brucie the One-Eyed Wonder Dog. I hope so. Not Ideas and Answers in Law. So, Heather, good to see you. Yeah, I have, I don't know. I've been going through a lot and I need to kind of rest and get my mind straight on a lot of things. But when I'm on hiatus, I feel bad because, you guys are very nice and very supportive and have supported my hobby of writing books. And I've been thinking a lot, when I focus my attention on something, that's what you need to be conscious about what you're focusing your attention on. And I've had to focus on some things, other things, and what has to suffer is streaming because there's no money in it. It's time, it's effort, it's mental effort. So I'm trying to, post once a week or something, or twice a week or whatever, and kind of when the strikes hit. But, and I assume there's going to be some big stuff coming up soon that when it comes, it will come. So I was thinking about what should I talk to you guys about today? It's Tuesday, 8:00 on a Tuesday night. What should we talk about? Well, everybody, I'm sort of overwhelming everybody with these books. So I thought I would talk about each one. So if you want to what book should I get, Mr. Gosney? You've written so many and because I'm all over the place. I'm scattered, right? Slidey Pie is here. Hey, Slidey Pie, if you don't know, she's been reading one of my books, my Death Penalty Desires book, the R-rated version. She's been reading it online. So, and Bella the Bayou is here. Yes, good to see you. So it's been pretty cool. So check it out. And if you want to see some an audio book, Slidey Pie is reading my book chapter by chapter. I don't know how long she's going to go, but she's pretty deep into it. Oh, she's getting into it. I think I've got her hooked. Is that a doorbell? Hey, KK, good to see you. KK Crazy. Is that like KK Downing? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about each book and what each one is. Good. Okay, we'll come back, say what each one is. And I want to tell you about my newest book, Automatic Gardening, Why and How to Create a Simple Hydroponic System. So this is really not a book. It's a little 60-pager. Full color, though. Look at this thing. Full color with illustrations of how to do it, how to build it. Because I don't know if you see my little gardening videos. See here, look at that how-to. People, I post these gardening. I've been thinking about I post these little gardening videos. I have hydroponic systems, and so I went ahead and released it. Just sort of Well, let's talk about this because this is, I'm not pushing, I mean, I'm doing zero marketing on it. It's just for people who are gardeners and think about, and maybe survivalist types. So I'm a bit of a prepper. And my idea here was to create like, and I've been working on this. This has been a little side project, a little hobby I've had for about 3 years. And you can see me on the little short, it's only on YouTube, the little short clips about my garden and its growing. So I've got it so that it's working pretty good. And here's the concept, the idea, okay, of the system. There's the system right there. That's the actual one. That's actually 3 of my little systems. And each one, it's got to be, let's take a look here. It's going to be simple, scalable, automated, transportable, high capacity. Okay, so those are my criteria. So if you want to look at it now, if you've bought one of my books before, I just sent out, I scheduled an email. You should have it in your inbox because I sent out a mass email to everybody this book with a $4 discount code. So you can buy this from me for ebook through the end of the month. It's normally $5 ebook. You can buy it for $1 if you've bought another book. Okay. Otherwise, it's $5 or Kindle Unlimited. It's free. I'm also going to be selling it in paperback like this for $10. So it's going to be a cheap book, but it's basic, and it's not, it's color. So you got color things like this, color illustrations about what I use and put it together, and all my little, and it's not complete. And I've got like experiments and how I failed and things I might want to do in the future. But if you're into it, it's a little automatic gardening, and it thrives on neglect. So I don't pay attention to it except when I harvest it. In fact, the videos that I do, that's about the amount of effort I put into it, which is, it suits me fine because I want it to just kind of run and just automatically. So this gives you the plans on how to actually build it for yourself in a little small space, automatic gardening. So that just came out. It's on Amazon. You can get it on ebook. It's this book. See, that's the not for resale. It looks good though. I think it's good enough. It's not, it's only $5 or free, or $1 if you bought another book. So that's available. But this kind of goes with, and I said what order I'm going to do. This kind of goes with Prepare. And I actually reprinted a little, like, part of a chapter about in Prepare into this, because this supports, because there's a bit of Prepper. There's about a third Prepper book in this, right? And Prepper is growing your own food. And that's the high thing. Better, if you need to grow your own food, better to do it now. So, and if you bought it on Amazon, leave a review, AJ, because you left me a great review. Send reviews. So the next book is called Prepare, the Handbook for Individual Freedom. So we're going to do is we're going to go through all these books, and I'm going to talk about them. So this is if you want plans to build yourself a little hydroponic garden for your backyard that's big enough that it will grow food and maintain itself, easy going. Prepare is a meditation on what is individual freedom, and it's called Develop the Ideal Christian Mindset. This is my most personal book. This is my second book that I wrote, and it comes up with, the first third is a contemplation on what is individual freedom. And it took me about 6 chapters, and my son said that was the best idea I have ever had. And so I can't, what can I say? That makes me proud that my son's proud of what I came up with. And then it takes that concept. It starts out sort of as a legal concept, but then transfers it into might be a self-help concept. And then this is a Maslow hierarchy of needs. And so the prepper parts are these bottom 2 parts of the pyramid, which, you're not free if you're hungry. You're not free if you're homeless. So you got to get those bottom. But then also a lot of preppers forget about these top parts of the pyramid. So then it gets into faith. The little Christian faith is an essential part of freedom, and some of the higher Maslow hierarchy of needs. So it goes through in sort of a self-assessment about, and it's a little bit of a philosophy about how I live life. I'm very proud of this one. This is the book that is the most personal to me. So these 2 books are kind of in I'd say the prepper category, right? And this will be available. This is available for sale now. I think it should be up. Let me see if I've got it up in my storefront. I haven't even checked. I just blast these things out, you know. No, it's not quite up yet. I'll get it up there. Well, I'm working on it. It'll be up there soon, but you can get it on Amazon. It's the same thing. So yeah, and all of my stuff I grow, you know, Kayla says she grows from seeds. Yes, I grow everything from seeds. Now I haven't sold it. We give away the greens. And as it expands, the idea is I can duplicate this system. So it's like it's based on these Rubbermaid. I'm going back now, going back to my this is my newest toy. I just did this just for fun, right? Because people were asking how I built it. So it took me 60 pages. So it's based on these Rubbermaid stock tanks. 50-gallon stock tanks are $90 each from Ace Hardware. And you get 2 of them and you put them like on top of each other. The bottom one is the water reservoir, and then the top one you fill with aquaponic rocks. And then you have a system that the water flows through it like that. It's real simple, real basic. And then you have PVC pipe that drains it. It's basically a half-day project. Half-day project. So that's what it is. Okay, the next book is, of course, Brucie the One-Eyed Wonder Dog. And Brucie the One-Eyed Wonder Dog. Oh, let me just tell you, when going back to prepare, so this is available only from stevegosney.com. And it's available, but it is also available in audiobook at stevegosney.com. So you can buy this in printed cover, ebook, or audiobook at my website. This is not on Amazon. Okay. Yes, Kayla, it does recommend what kind of nutrients to add to the water. It just kind of runs itself. It's really amazing. I mean, I just kind of came. I trial and error, a little bit of trial and error, but it's running. It's working great. I'm more greens than I know what to do with, and it's basically 3 of these systems. And every year, what I do is you have to clean the roots out. So you have to empty it of the hydroponic rocks. So every year I'll buy 2 more bins and create another system. So this is my 3rd year. And then when I have to clean it out again, I'll get 2 more stock tanks, dump those things in, clean out the roots, kind of get it all. Okay, so Brucie is my children's book. And this one is, you know, of course, I love Brucie. This is such a wonderful one. This has given me such satisfaction because people have been sending me pictures of them reading it to their children, and it's a Christian book based on the Serenity Prayer, but it's also just a sweet story about a dog. So many stories that are Christian are heavy-handed. So I decided to do a book that's just more subtle, but it still has a values-laden message, or it's just a story about a one-eyed dog, and it's also about disabilities and living with disabilities. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, this is also available as a coloring book. So the thing is I want this to be an heirloom so you can pass it on to your kids and you can read it. So it's designed sort of like you read and then you have your child next to you. So you're reading and they can look at Brucie, right? Oops. So this book is, but I want it to be, because the hardcovers, like once the kids grow up, you put these in a box in your closet, and then that you have all your good hardbacks that are passed down from generation. And when they're kids, they pull the books out and you read to your kids. So that's what I want this to be. Now, there was a space for a soft cover, so I said I'm going to do a coloring book. So it's the same content, but it's soft cover and it's a coloring book so the kid can color it up, right? So both of these are also available only at stevegosney.com. So get that. And then yeah, aeroponics, understood, this hydroponics. And I always have to get this in my straight. Part of this thing was, do you ever go to Epcot, the land, and you go through there and they have all these systems? So hydroponics is a water recycling system, and you save on fertilizer. It keeps the soil so you don't have vermin in the soil. So that's that. Aquaponics, you add fish. So fish are part of this natural cycle. I was going to do an aquaponic system, but it gets a little more complicated, a little more maintenance and stuff. Eventually, I will experiment with that, and you need a bigger stock tank. It can be done with tilapia specifically, but it's not really. It wasn't. I wanted to see if this system would work first the way it is. So now aeroponics is generally like when they hang roots free, but this is a hydroponic system. Okay, the next book is The Summer Friend, Surfing, Music, and Growing Up. And I'll show you, I've been experimenting because I've got a few more. Hasn't really been selling, but there's their Amazon printing version. So you can get this on Amazon also. And it's full color. And I edited this one. The one on Amazon and the one that's on PDF download right now, it's edited. Because when I wrote this, it was my first kind of attempt at somewhat fiction. It's a mostly true story. So if you get these from me, they'll be signed autographed copies of the first editions. But I've only got about 25 more. And once they're gone, I'm going to switch to Amazon printing only. And this has got but if you want to read it, you can get that. Look at they do pretty good. I think the printing is pretty good on that from Amazon. So this is a story about growing up and about how you have friends when you're in middle school and you grow apart. That's what The Summer Friend is. And it's a sweet story. It's a novelette. It's not long. It's only it's a short little read, enjoyable read. About 87 pages. And it's about music, surfing, and growing up in Ormond Beach, Florida. So yes, I think it's a sweet book. I think it's actually part of my autobiography, and it was a part that I thought had some value to other people, because we all have that friend that we were really close to when we were in middle school, that we grew apart and are no longer our friends. And how do we view that person? Okay, the next set is so this is available on Amazon, or if you want an autographed first edition, you can get it from me, but it doesn't have the updated text. I went back and edited it because I wasn't happy with some of the dialogue and some of the stuff I did. So I edited it. So if you want the reader copy, just go and get it on Amazon. It's free on Amazon, Kindle Unlimited, or you can get the covers there. It doesn't matter. Death Penalty Desires, my first novel, which you all kind of followed along. So this is available on Amazon. Actually, there's two versions of this. There's this version and there's this version. Okay. This is the PG version that's available on Amazon. And this is the R-rated version available only from SteveGosney.com. Slidey Pie is reading the R-rated version. I will tell you, I'm going to change the cover on this, because this cover is not really representative, I don't think, of the PG version. So I have some ideas for a new cover. I got my cover person, Grok, working on it. So they're going to have distinctive covers other than just color, this. So Amazon, ebook, SteveGosney.com, ebook and softcover, ebook and softcover. Or if you want the R-rated version, you got to go to me. So that's that. And this is a story. It's a true story. True. It's got a true framework of a death penalty trial right in the middle of it. So that's that. And then I've got death penalty debates, net positive or net negative, right? And this one here is available on Amazon Kindle Unlimited also, or Amazon Printing. And this one is a debate. So if you really want to know and educate yourself on the death penalty issue as a public policy matter, this is it. Now, I will tell you, this is a worthy tome. I know that my buddy Steve Hayward has put it on his reading list at Pepperdine University, in his public policy reading list. It's being used as a death penalty reading in Saratov Law Academy in Saratov, Russia. One of my buddies, who is the dean of the law school there, put it on his reading list. So it's both sides of the death penalty debate. And if you have a strong opinion, I want you to criticize me in this book and give me the best, because what I've done is summarized all of the arguments for and all the arguments against and the counter arguments, with examples, to make steelman the arguments on both sides. AJ says, are all the hardcovers of ideas and answers sold out? No, but I took them off my list because I kind of lost it. I have 4 more to go. I got 4 more sitting here. I was going to put them away. There's 4 more signed and numbered ideas and answers lost. So we'll talk about that in a second. Let's see. No, don't worry about that. So yeah, if you want one of those, then tell me. You just send me an email, AG, and the hardcovers. Those are $85. They're for fundraising purposes. That's what they are, but they are signed and numbered. So there's only a limited edition of these. So I have like 5 of 9, 2024, and I'll personalize it, of course. That's my bestseller. Bestseller. Do you honestly think a recent guy who's older should be spared? I don't. That recent guy, I don't know who that guy is. But the question is, it's a system. You need to read Death Penalty Debates. That's a good question, Molten Salt, and that's why you need to read Death Penalty Debates. Answer for yourself. Don't let me decide. Okay, and then finally, we got Ideas and Answers in Law, Solutions to Common Problems Confronting the Criminal Lawyer. This is the hard law, I will say. There's a bunch of chapters here on all kinds of issues that confront the criminal lawyer. There's all the chapters. These are all law review articles plus some extra stuff, like, for example, a citizen guide to police interactions, a beginning framework for originalism, which actually kind of spurred on Prepare. Those are ones that are not in anywhere else you can get. But so this one here is my working book document that are solutions to common problems confronting criminal lawyers that are difficult problems that most criminal lawyers, it's like advanced criminal lawyer stuff that they don't usually know right off the bat. And so I wanted to give an answer here. So that's a good one. All right. So those are my books. So those are the books now. I don't know if anybody's interested, but I've also got a little book. It's kind of a tiny one about my guitar collection I'm working on. Guitar collection, what I collect and why. This one may not get released. I think it's maybe just for me, but look, it's got pictures of the basses and stuff and guitars. Anyways, I've got the death penalty designs coming up. I've got an appellate handbook on how to practice appellate law that I'm working on. I've got a Florida appellate lawyer case law handbook, which I've got I'm thinking about. I've got the fantasy novel, which is a three book fantasy novel that's actually what I've been thinking about a lot. So I got a lot of irons in the fire, but that's what I have currently available. And I wanted to just kind of come on and say hello and tell you what's going on. And I want to thank you all for getting these books and supporting my writing habit. T. Underwood. So you missed the first one. You got to go back on. There it is right there. It's available right now. T. Underwood, the Automatic Gardening, How and Why to Create a Simple Hydroponic System, is available now on Amazon on ebook, Kindle Unlimited, and it's also you can order the soft covers from me or the ebook from me for $5 or $10 for the soft cover. Amazon Unlimited Kindle, it's available for free, or $5 ebook if you don't have Kindle Unlimited, or $10 either way. I'll sign yours if you get it from me direct. So Hunter, good to see you, man. I wrote it this weekend. Yes, when did I write that? Because people were asking me. I think it may have been UT Underwood. I've had multiple people that have said, I want to learn how to build your hydroponic system. So this is step-by-step directions on how to do that with the drill, the tools you need. There's a plan for the drainage system and the different stuff. And here's the rocks that I use. This is the hydroponic rocks that I use, Grow It rocks. And then the different things. And with failed experiments and stuff like that. So So thank you. You inspired me, T. Underwood. If you were the one, I forget who it was. They were saying, you know, do you have plans available? So I said, yeah, I'll do some plans. So I did that over the weekend. All right. Anyways, that was tonight. Maybe we should do. It's only 25 minutes in. Just everybody's just coming in and saying hello. But we should. I'm on hiatus. This was just. I just kind of did that for y'all because I wanted to get it out there. So let's take a look and see who else is streaming, and we'll do the old Gosney raid. I don't know how many. Kind of fun. Oh, Aussie Overlord's here. Let me see. YouTube Studio. Maybe we should raid Aussie. What do you think? Everybody else okay? Oh, and I'm also going to be at a bookstore signing in Ormond Beach at 8 o'clock. Or no, from 5 to 7 in Ormond Beach. You go to my page and the events. I'll be doing a book signing there. Also tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, I think I'll be in Orlando at a writer's, what is it, a coffee shop. It's the Writers of Central Florida and thereabouts. What's the name of that coffee shop? Anyway, I'll be reading a book there. Let me see. Customization. Here we go. Add redirect. Let's see. We got Danny and on direct, Shizzy Wiznut, Excited Utterance, Aussie. Which one do you all vote for? Let me see. Let's do Aussie. He's a nice guy. Redirect to Aussie. Save. All right. So ready? When we go over to Aussie, what are you going to do? You're going to go say, Gosney raid, Gosney raid. So I'm going to be around. I'm just not as, I'm not as exposed. I don't know. What is it? I'm not as, yeah, there's Aussie. Okay. I'm redirecting. Anyway, today was our stream. We'll see what happens in the future. Thanks for showing up and say hello to Aussie. Okay.